Hello, I'm Drexel
And I'm Bobby,
from Bad Hair Day Salon in Rehoboth Beach.
here at WBOC's historic Studio D.
And you're watching Del Marva Live.
It'll work.
Yep,
Soon this is going to be gone.
yep, can't wait.
It's great to have Drexel and Bobby in here.
Well, one of the most frustrating things in the kitchen is cooking and having everything stick to the pan.
But if you have ever seen the commercial for the As Seen on TV, all those problems can be gone in a flash with the Orgreenic non-stick fry pan. And that is why we watch the commercial and then put it to the test.
Is your non-stick pan a sticking nightmare? Does it always peel, chip, and wear out? And scared of adding oil, grease, and fat to your family's diet year after year? Don't live in fear. The solution is here with Orgreenic kitchenware.
All right, well, you've seen the commercial, but honest to goodness, does the Orgreenic non-stick pan really work that well? Well, allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine, and you certainly know one of her relatives. This is Mrs. June Bryant. Thank you so much for coming in. This is Lisa's mother-in-law.
Thank you.
You've cooked a meal or two in your time.
Oh my heavens, yes.
When it comes to sticking, what have you found to be the worst thing that sticks in your pan?
It's mostly the fact that I don't have enough grease in my pan, or perhaps I've got too much flour on whatever I'm fixing and it sticks. So it's quite a problem and very frustrating.
You're still using oil and everything in it?
Yes, I am. Thank heavens for oil.
So the good thing about the Orgreenic non-stick fry pan is you're not supposed to have to use oil anymore. Now, you do, according to the instructions that come with the pan, you have to season it.
And that's exactly what we had done a little earlier, according to the very important instructions in the pan. We poured oil into the pan and wiped it down really good to make sure the oil covered the entire cooking surface. The instructions were very clear on how important stove temperature is for seasoning the pan. So we followed the instructions and set the burner on medium heat to allow the oil to cook into the surface. A video instruction file online said to let the pan cook until you can see a little smoke rising. It also said you may have to do this a couple of times.
Alrighty, so let's try the chicken. I've got your tongs here, and here is the chicken.
Okay.
Let's drop some in there and see how it does.
Ooh, it's hot already.
How about if we just go ahead and flip it? I'll take
Okay.
those. Let me give you
Okay.
the proper utensil here.
Okay.
And the deed was done. Now the question is, how difficult was the chicken to get out of the pan?
I had to kind of help it to become loose. I had to push the spatula a little bit.
Wasn't as slippery as they showed on TV.
Right, right.
Oh, but it did come loose.
Yes, it did.
So it was time to move on. The Orgreenic ceramic non-stick fry pan seemed to be living up to its promise so far.
So you did the cooking.
Right.
How about if I do the cleaning?
Oh, that sounds
And we'll
good.
move on and see how the eggs do.
A little soap and hot water, and for the first use of the pan, it seemed like relatively easy cleanup.
Wow, it's not bad. Okay, all right, we got her all cleaned out.
Good.
I did the dishes for the first time.
Thank you.
And what do you think? Shall we try the eggs?
Yes, let's do.
You'll recall from the commercial As Seen on TV, the eggs slid around freely.
Now, we're cooking at the same temperature that you would cook with a regular pan, right?
Right.
After a few minutes, it was time to see.
Let's see if it'll do it. Uh-oh. It's not swirling, is it?
No, it isn't.
Well, I'll tell you what, let me give you your appliance back here since we can't get it to swirl around. Let's see how they come out with the spatula.
Okay.
Didn't turn out so well. Some other consumers of the Orgreenic ceramic nonstick fry pan had called customer service about the same problem, and they were instructed to season the pan again, maybe 2 more times.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and I'll do dishes again and we'll try another test of theirs, but I got a funny feeling I know how it's going to turn out. Uh-oh. Mrs. Bryant, I got to tell you, this isn't cleaning up as easily as it did the first time.
It doesn't sound like it.
No. It's fighting me a little bit this time. So, one of the last things that they show in their commercial about this wonderful Orgreenic non-stick fry pan that it doesn't stick is they made some grilled cheese sandwiches. Of course, the cheese came out over the bread and into the pan, and they were so proud of the fact that the cheese did not stick. What do you think's going to happen?
You're not going to put it in the pan like that.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Well, no, actually you are.
Okay.
And that's exactly what June did. No oil, no shortening of any kind, just the cheese directly into the pan to see if it would release from the pan in the same way it did in the commercial.
What do you think?
Well, I'm hoping that it's going to turn over the way it's supposed to.
It's not looking real promising, is it?
No.
And eventually, with a lot of coaxing, the cheese indeed came out of the Orgreenic ceramic no-stick fry pan.
Well, it could have been worse, I guess. So, you put it to the test.
Okay.
The question is, for $19.99, would you buy it?
I would be reluctant to buy it from the demonstration.
There you go.
Well, you asked me.
I'm going to say your mother-in-law was absolutely precious. So what we did was we suggested she take it home with her and season it several more times, just like the company said. Can I? And she's with us in the audience, by the way. Thank you for doing that. I'm going to quote her exactly how she said it turned out. I think that is about as effective a review as you can get.
That's right.
Well, up next on Delmar Life, the time has come for me to say goodbye. The beard is coming off.
That's right. Drexel from Bad Hair Day is here to help shave Jimmy clean. But first, here's a look at what's coming up in the news on First at 5 on Fox 21 and later on WBOC News at 6.